Hi there, it's Kaya from Kachiko Crafts, and today I have a green foxy card for you. The reason that the card is so green is because Honeybee is having a green week, and we will try to paint the Instagram green. And if you use Honeybee products, just tag a hashtag BeGreen for a chance to win a $30 gift certificate to Honeybee Shop. So back to my card. I started by taping down my watercolor paper. I always tape down my paper when I'm using a lot of water because this prevents the warping, or at least there is much less warping. So I will just use clear water to spread it around my whole piece of paper, and then I will use two distress re-inkers. They are really rich in color, that's why I like using them for coloring. And I am using Forest Moss, and the other one is Mowed Lawn. I first put down the Forest Moss, and you can see that it's a quite brownish green, but once I mix these two colors together it will look perfect, at least I think this way, because I like that it's smoothed down, because the other green, so the mode lawn, is quite a bright green. So mixing these two makes this ombre effect even easier. So I went from the darkest to the lightest, and once this is dry, we will go ahead and add some hearts. So I waited for the panel that we painted to dry, and now I will tape this down over it, and we will use embossing paste to make this heart scene on our background. I will be using white embossing paste, and I will mix my own color because I wanted that the colors match perfectly. So I will just take, you can see, need really a small amount of embossing paste, and then I will just mix it with the same two colors of distress re-inkers. So I will just mix it really good so I get one color, and this color, because I used the same two inks, will match perfectly with the color we have on our background, so the ombre one. So I will just use this small spatula and I will mix it, and when I'm happy I will just start spreading it over my background. You can see that I really use small amount of the embossing paste, so it lasts really a long time. But if you mix a lot of embossing paste, so you, for example, have a big amount of green embossing paste now, don't throw it away, just use it on another project, because it's fun and you don't want to waste it. If I use only white embossing paste, I always put it back in a jar. So here, I actually have some paste left, and I will just go quickly to wash it. And here you can see how our hearts look over the background that we have created using these re-inkers. So now to the coloring. I decided that I want to use these new lovely foxes, and I thought that I will use both. That's why I stamped both of them, and I also colored both of them. I will try to use really soft colors because it's green week, so I didn't want any other color to overwhelm the card. So I will use really soft brown and really soft gray for shading my fox. And I will use my zig markers. As you can see, I prepared a tissue in case I have a lot of color in my brush or I just want to switch to the other color. I'm using watercolor brush, and this helps me spread around the color even more easily. I won't show you the coloring of the other fox because in the end I ended up using just this lovely fox that I'm coloring right now. So as said, I used some browns and grays, and this finishes the coloring. Now deciding what to do, I went with a dark green panel in the background and I just trim it down to fit the card base perfectly. Next, I will glue down this ombre that we have created. I left it dry, so now the hearts won't smear. And I will just make sure I use a lot of glue since this is watercolor paper and it may warp over time, but if you use enough glue, it will be fine. I just needed the sentiment and the card will be finished. I decided to go with Hello Foxy because I just love how fun it is. So yeah, I will stamp this out and then I will pop this lovely fox up, and this actually finishes up this card. Hope that you will join our Green Week, and yeah, tag us on Instagram. I had a lot of fun making this card and I hope to see a lot of projects using green over Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me and see you next time. Bye bye!